Welcome to the end of 2023. Can you believe it? We made it a whole nother year. Yay us. This is a little bit of a vulnerable video, so I'm gonna need no judgment from you all, please. I wanted to gather all of my works in progress that I have left over from this year, and actually even past years. I found some things, and I wanted to kind of take stock of the yarn that I had that already has projects, like that I bought for projects already. So they already have an intended destination. So I wanted to take inventory of all of that and kind of find out just where I'm starting the new year. I had briefly talked in my last video that I really would like wholeheartedly to try not to buy any yarn just willy-nilly this year. So I thought that just having a list in my project book that I have that I'll show would just be helpful, and just always constantly kind of just like redirecting me of what I have already and what I can be working on. And I spent the majority of this morning all of this morning actually getting just kind of all those pieces and parts together. And I'm a bit embarrassed, to be honest. I didn't realize that I kind of had so much surrounding me. I mean, I knew, obviously, like I could look around my room and see all of my yarn and things, but just seeing it on paper and like kind of putting numbers to it was a little like, yikes, ouch. So it's just motivation to keep with the goals that I have set, and just to knit and crochet away this next year with everything that I already have, which I hope brings kind of like a different type of joy to my project making. So the things that I want to cover today are the works in progress that I have, and then I'm going to take you around my craft room and show you the yarn and the projects that they're intended for. That I definitely need like no judgy eyes, because my craft room, my workspace, whatever you want to call it, is very unkept, because I don't know how to organize it. So, and it has very much become a catch-all room for a lot of things that are not necessarily craft related. So, as we go around, you're going to see a lot of mess, and you're going to see my unfinished ceiling that has been unfinished since I moved in here. This room is in a lower level of our house. We don't technically have a basement because we live in a raised ranch, meaning that our bottom floor is half above ground and half underground. So like it has like full size windows in it. So it's not considered a basement. But my room is down in that area. And we converted 2 storage rooms into office space for myself and an office space for my husband. And both of those rooms had drop ceilings in them. And I am not a fan, and I just wanted to take them out so that I could have so it could feel bigger in here. So I had zero problem ripping everything out. The problem then is I don't know how to finish the ceiling, or like what I want to do or what to do. So yeah, it's been unfinished for a while. I think I've been down in this room for 2 years now. Yeah. It becomes a little overwhelming when I think about all the work that needs done in here. So we're just not going to think about that. And if you see something, you're just not going to really see it. Like, just ignore it. That's fine. It'll sometime at some point get worked out. So let's get into it, because I'm so excited. So first I'm not going to like go over everything I made last year, although I have been so crazy motivated by watching everybody's videos. I love this time of year because they're all coming out with everything that they've made in 2023, and then over the next like week or so, everyone's going to be coming out with their intentions for 2024, and I just revel in watching those videos, and I find them to be so motivating. So I'm super excited. I literally love this time of year for that reason. But I actually already forgot, before I talk about makes from last year, I wanted to share a couple Christmas gifts that I'm so super excited about. And I will be very honest, these are gifts that I told my husband to get me, or I personally bought and then gave them to him to wrap for me, because I knew I wanted them, and because, you know, it's wrap it up for me for Christmas, and then I don't feel so bad, I guess. I don't know. First off, though, is this sweatshirt. It says, "In my knitting era, we are a Swiftie household." So, you know, if you know, you know. But I just thought it was like the greatest thing ever, and I love it. It's very lightweight and cozy. So that was like one of my favorite gifts. And then I got my 3 by the Sea yarn, which again, I bought this all for myself and picked it all out. So I got Fireside, which is a great colorway. I just wanted some, you know, who doesn't want more sock yarn or fingering weight yarn, I guess, if you're a sock knitter. This is her Christmas one, Christmas Island. This is the one that I remembered I had bought, but then I'd already given my husband the package, and I had asked for this colorway back, and he said no. So I have a Christmas knit for next year. And then this is Bejeweled. I have been staring at this colorway for quite a while. So super excited about that. And then this one, I'm very excited. It's all bundled up. It is another Christmas-ish colorway, but I'll use it, you know, I mean, like, I'll knit it whenever. But I'm excited because I bought its DK, and I have not made myself any DK socks yet. So I just thought I'd give that a try. And then this one is a new dyer that I literally just found when I was on Etsy, and, you know, it gives you like all the suggested fours. So it's PK Yarn. Her name is Pamela Kirschman. Hope I said that right. And this colorway is called Sorry Not Sorry. I just love it so much. This one is called Rainbow Raven. And then this one is Thankful Heart. I'm actually really excited about this because I don't have a lot of like basic colors, but that it has this like beautiful speckling in it too. So yeah, it's like, you know, gray, but like even right there, can you see that like pinkish speckling? Be really pretty. So I'm excited about that. And then I have a couple things that I don't want to forget to talk about when we talk about No Buy 2024. But anyway, so this is my, I have showed this, I believe, once before, but this is my project notebook that I use. It's called by Minimalism Art, sorry. I just got it off of Amazon. They have like a million colors, and I'm super into the, what are those, like bullet journals? Like, just, I like the bullet pages versus like lined pages. So this is all of my tracking for 2023. And then behind here, I actually put like the project, the start date, the yarn used, who it was for, the grams, all that kind of stuff. But my only goal for 2023 was to knit 1,000 grams. Now, that may not seem like a lot, but I still consider myself new to knitting, but I was still new to knitting at that point, so I didn't know what my year would look like. So my goal was 1,000 grams. I ended up knitting 4,907 grams. So that was amazing. I think when I made that goal, I didn't take into account like baby blankets that I would be making and stuff like that. In my head, it was just, at that point, I was really just like sock knitting. So I thought it was like some like crazy astronomical goal. But anyway, almost 5,000 grams knit, which I'm so excited about. I think that's so cool. I started 41 projects and I finished 31 projects. And then out of those 41 started, I did frog 3 of them. No regrets on frogging those. So that was super fun. And then I already got my totals page for 2024 set up, so I don't even have to like think about it, and it's just all right there. The only thing I track per month is how many projects I started, how many projects I finished, like total, not just like projects started and finished in January, but like what projects did I finish in January, and then grams knit. So then I can just do a quick and easy like total down here at the bottom. And then over on this page, which I did this last year as well, I just have like what whips I have going into the year, what my plans are, and then a couple general goals. So for this year, my goals, I want to try to knit 5,000 grams. So, you know, we'll see. I figured if I did 4,900 this year, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like having goals. So 5,000 grams I'd like to knit, and then I want to complete 40 projects, which with all the sock yarn I have, I don't think I'm hoping that's not a problem. So we'll see. So that's my goal. And then my main goal is not to buy any yarn this year. I did make a couple exceptions for myself because I don't believe in like complete restriction when it comes to anything. So my 3 exceptions that I have allowed, well, one of them's not even about yarn, but is if I need more yarn to finish a project, if I'm making a gift knit that I absolutely, in my personal stash, have no yarn for. And then the other buy exception is if I need to buy a pattern. I believe the majority of the patterns and plans that I'm going to talk about, I believe I have already purchased almost all of them. So that shouldn't really be an issue. But I know that there are a couple that I don't have. So that is that. Now, I do want to say, with the no buy, I completely panicked the last couple of days of this year and went embarrassingly insane purchasing yarn because I knew I didn't want to buy any this year. Did I need any of that yarn? Heck no, I didn't. And I am straight up embarrassed about the amount of money I spent on things. So there are things coming in. I did buy a few sock yarns from Nomadic Yarns. I have been following her for a very long time, and I love her striping, and I don't know. I'm like, well, I'm not buying next year, so I'm going to buy this year. So I do have some yarn coming in from her in the next few weeks. I have been staring at, for a few months since it was first talked about and released, the Knitter's Pride, is it the Sweet Affair bundle or something like that? It's a set of their, oh my god, what are those exchange needles called? Interchangeable needle sets, and with DPNs, and it comes in this like adorable little case, and then it came with like a full skein of fingering weight yarn and then 3 minis. And I'd been staring at it for a long time. I was originally going to ask my husband for it for Christmas, and I didn't. And then I panic bought. I literally panic bought. On top of that, I forgot I did need to still purchase a yarn for a project this year. So that wasn't a panic buy. That was just like I forgot to buy it. So I got that done. And then I bought Yarnaceous Fibers, Maggie at Yarnaceous Fibers. I love her yarn so much, and I look at it all the time. And she has a Valentine's Day advent this year, and I thought that'd be really fun because I did not partake in any of the Christmas advents this year. So I thought that would be really fun just to treat myself to that in February and I'll probably make like a cowl or something for myself. So that's coming. So I think those were all of my panic buys. I think. Anyway, it's embarrassing, but you know, I'm just going to be honest because I know that I'm not the only one that does this. And I just want everyone else to know that they're not alone. So those are, that is that. And then let me see here. Oh, another thing I'm going to try to do this year too is I bought myself a planner. And it's going to be for like personal and for my craft stuff. And then what I'm going to do is put on here like I have like what I'd like to try to make for the month. And then I'm going to try to put on here like week by week, like what I plan on maybe working on. I know that won't fully work out, but I wanted to just have like a way to track things a little bit more in depth than what I do on my in my project planner. Okay. Are you ready? Here we go. Let's talk about these whips. Let's do this. I got my big old Bubba because I don't know how long we're going to be here. I'm being real honest with you. I know that it is after 1, and I have plans at 6. So we're not going to be here longer than that. All right, let me open my WIP page. So I wrote down, again, I wrote down all of the WIPs that I have, and I wrote down the plans that I have. So let's get into it. So first off, we have the Return of the Electric Fairy shawl, and it was a make-along, scarf maybe, and it was a make-along. And this is exactly where it was the last time you guys saw it. There has been zero progress on it. This I talked about already, but this is a very, not a complicated pattern, but one that you have to pay attention to, and I have not been in the headspace to pick that up. But I am not going to frog it because I will at some point want to do that. Next up, in my so cute little watermelon bag from Ginger Snap Fibers, I love her bags, is a heel toe do-si-do sock. I have one of them complete. This is a child size. I was originally making this for my son. He really liked the yarn. It's a freckled whimsy yarn, but it ended up being a bit too small for him. So I have a little girl in my life that I believe will fit. So I'm literally 50% done. I have one child size sock to do. So that is going to stay, and that will hopefully be up semi-first in my WIPs to finish. In this other Ginger Snap Fibers bag, you may see a theme, is another 50% done sock, set, I should say, as in like a whole sock is done. These are the Diamondback socks by Kay the Crazy Sock Lady. These are for my husband. I started these, I don't know, in like January, and never got around to making the second sock, and shame on me because he deserves all the things. So that is going to be up very soon as well on my list. Actually, I put that on my weekly calendar to start January 1st to like to get back into it, because I'd like to get those done for him. Next up, in this cutie bag, which I think is by Barley Pearls, is that the name of it? Pearls and Barley Pearls, is my Flax Light, which is a Tin Can Knits sweater pattern. This has not gotten any progress either since I last showed it. I'm just kind of refreshing everybody here. It's super fun. Little pattern down the shoulders, and then it continues down the arms. So that is not going anywhere. I'm not frogging that. That will stay a WIP until it is a WIP no more. All right, next up is, this is the Cosmos wrap by Mama in a Stitch. It's a free pattern. You can also pay for it too. Oh, I forget every time I take this out that I am in the middle of a row. Who does that? And let's see here. Oh, that's just an end. So I am, let's see here, this much through it. So I don't know, like 24 inches probably. And I really loved this pattern because it gave me a chance to play with a ton of different textures. I'm trying to figure out which way is the front. I think this way is the front. So you do seed stitches, you do yarn overs, you do like just a ton of different stitches, and then it just repeats. I think you do 7 different sections and then it repeats. So this is just like, hello, why is this not done? This is so fun. So that is staying, will hopefully be finished this year. Next up is, oh, this is the Outline Tee by Jessie Maid. I took the needles off of it. It's just on a cable needle right now. So this is a top-down tee. You can't even see it because it's all bunched up, but not much to show for that. And then this, I'm using the Lindy chain fingering in the color Rouge. I am not a fan of what is it? It's not top down, down up. That's not right. garments that you work from the bottom up. I think a huge part of it is I'm just not comfortable yet with garment making to know when like enough is enough for the body to split. And I know there's suggestions and things like that, but, and then also I found out that my gauge is so different working in the round versus working back and forth. So I'm at the point where I've already split, and it just takes me so much time to work back and forth to make sure that the gauge is the same as it is in the round. So I don't know. It's a frustrating knit for me personally. I'm not going to like frog it though, because I only have like, and the sleeves are basically nothing because they're not a cap sleeve, but you know, like they're basically nothing. So I just needed to put it away for a little bit. Okay, next up is another pair of socks that's 50% done. These are Ode to Barbara, which is a Summerly Knits pattern, and one of my favorites. This is the second pair that I've made from her. You can't even really see it with the striping. So this was like a bad choice of it was just a bad choice, but I already finished one, so I'm not going to go back. This is made with the Sock Ease by Lion Brand in the colorway Sidecar. So 50% done. Get your life together, Sarah. Finish the other sock. So there's that. This is basically not even a whip. I took a lot of it out. This is the Rift by Jacqueline C. Slack. It's literally just one front of the bottom ribbing. Again, it's worked bottom up. Again, not my favorite, but I learned that along the way with this and the Rift, or the Outline Tee by Jessie Maid. This was much more, but I had connected because it's a split hem on the bottom, I had connected the two hems. One of them was the wrong way, if that makes sense. So the pattern wasn't matching up. So I pulled it all the way back to one hem and then was going to redo it. I don't know where I'm at with this, but this is made with, where's my little taggy? I lost the tag for the yarn, but it's, I'm just looking at it on the rest of it on my wall. It's Simply Cotton by Knit Picks, and it's just in like, I don't know, this color, like neutral. It might even be called Bear. I don't know. So that's like barely a whip, but I'm still counting it. Next up is, oh my god, this is really old. This is called, let me find it. This is the Streamline Tank by Two of Wands. And again, a free pattern if you'd like, or you can, pay for it. It's a tank top. Wait, this way. It's just the same front and the back. It just has this fun little, like, I don't know, pattern, I guess you'd call it. So literally, like, I have, like, the front totally done. The back, literally, I have one sleeve left to do. One part of a sleeve. And then it just needs seamed. Like, what am I doing? But to be very honest, I don't know if I'm going to finish this. I think this is the thing. I don't like seaming pieces together. I don't. So I may very well, but I do really like this yarn. This is, what is this called? It's a Lion Brand something or other. It's, Comfy Cotton. I have some more back there. This is Comfy Cotton. I don't remember the colorway, but, it's literally comfy. Hence the name. I know that's stupid, but it's so comfortable. So I think what I want to do is maybe take it all out. This sounds so stupid when I say it out loud. Take it all out and just convert the pattern to be able to knit it in the round. I understand I'll still have to split for the sleeves again. So I understand that is really stupid when I literally just have this sleeve to do. That is really stupid. Okay. Maybe I won't frog it. I'm not going to do anything with it right now. I'm going to think about it. Because there's literally like, I mean, my god, I could probably get that done like in an evening. Okay, I'm going to think about it. the nice thing about pulling out all these whips too is honestly, I forgot about some because I put them all in like a little cubicle area, and you just shove and shove and shove and shove, and then you forget what's in there. So that's that. This is the rainbow, this like gigundo thing that I've talked about that was gonna maybe possibly be a Christmas present, and obviously it's not because this is as far as I've gotten. I have not touched it at all. So this is just a blanket. It's gonna be a blanket. It's a Lion brand, like super bulky yarn. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just not into knitting on that either, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Okay. And then I'm counting this still as a whip. This is the Bradley Afghan that I have talked about a lot, and I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. It's this ginormous thingy. I'm counting it as a whip because I still have all of the ends to sew in, and I feel like if I count it as a finished object, I'm never gonna sew the ends in. So it's staying on the whip list, and it's going to get done in January. That's like a major goal of mine. It's going to get done in January. This is also another embarrassing whip because it's so close to being done. This is, it's another Mama in a Stitch. It is called, where is it? The Moon Bow Slouchy Cardigan. Another free pattern. So it's all done. All the pieces are done. It just physically needs sewn together. That's all that needs done. It just needs sewn together. So like, yeah, it's done. And I love this yarn too. It's the Hue and Me, which is by Two of Wands, and it's in the colorway Love Song. Look how pretty that is. It's like a really, really deep, I don't know, blood. It's not a blush. It's like a deep, like antique rose almost, I want to call it. Just a really pretty mauve. It's like a mauve. So anyway, literally 2 sleeves, the entire body done. Just needs sewn. What am I doing? Hate seaming. That's what I'm doing. I hate seaming. So there's that. The 2 that I don't have to show you, I started a granny square cardigan. It's a free pattern I found on Pinterest. And that is, I don't actually physically know where it is, which is why I don't have it to show you. But I'm using a variety of True colors in that, True the yarn. So I have no idea where that is. And then my jelly roll blanket, which has not been touched at all and is like way in the depths of a corner of this room. So I did not want to peel that out. And then last up is, what I had been obsessing over is my Reverb wrap, which is another Two of Wands pattern, and I have gotten pretty far on it. So I put a little stitch marker. So this is where I was in the last, oh, why isn't my cute little stitch marker showing up? Look how cute it is. There he is. It's a little sheepy. So that's where I was, and this is where I am now. So there, wait, where's my marker? Oh, where's my marker at? Anyway. So that is that. I have done 1 color change. I don't love this new set of colors, like with this other set, but I bought the kit and I loved it on her. So I'm just gonna trust her amazing design and color picking and just keep going with it because I mean I already bought the yarn, so what else am I going to do with it? So there's that, and then there's 2 more colors to add in for the 3rd section, which are these guys. So it's just a very earthy, neutral wrap. So I'm very excited to get this done. I am not gonna lie, I was completely obsessed with it and now I'm getting a little bored. So really hope I don't lose steam on that. I told myself that I wasn't, I get so uncomfortable sitting on the floor. I'm so old. I told myself that I was not going to cast on any projects until the new year because I had already like tallied up my like project notebook and stuff. And realistically, there were like 5 days left of 2023 when I decided this for myself. And now I don't even think I said it's December 30th. It's Saturday. So I literally only have tomorrow. And I clearly have enough whips to like not cast on anything new. So if you were keeping track, I have 15 whips going into the new year. That is nauseating to me. I had no idea. I thought that this would be like super short, and I knew I had like 2 of those socks. I forgot about a 3rd pair, and I forgot about a lot. So I'm glad that I now have it marked down in my notebook. It is the top section right here. So I just want to make these not a full priority, because I'm really excited to knit a couple other things, but like a semi-priority, because like, let's be honest, like, it's nice to have the projects you make and to be able to wear them, you know? So that is all of that. Now what we're going to do is we are going to take a short intermission. I'm going to hydrate a little bit more. I'm going to run to the little girl's room. I'm going to put these whips in a big old pile that you'll see in the next video. And then I'm going to take you on a tour of the yarn I have and what patterns I intend to make with them. So stay tuned. Welcome back. So full disclosure, I am just going to do a little circle right around my craft room here, and then I will show you all of the yarns and their projects. So prepare yourself. Okay, we are going to start with something fun. I'm super excited about this. This is yarn for a temperature blanket that I am making, and my girlfriend is making along with me. She has a few different colors than I do, but I'm using the Big Twist. Oh my golly. Why is that not focusing? Anyway, it's called Living. It's their anti-pill acrylic. I wanted to do acrylic just so I was able to wash it easily. So there's 10 different colors, and I have, actually I have my card already. Let me show you. And I'm just using Lion brand, has a temperature blanket free pattern. Oops. So we're just using that. So these are all my colors with my little swatches. It's a blanket that is 240 stitches per row, and you do 2 rows a day. So you get whatever that is, 700 something rows by the end. Okay. So that's that. That is getting cast on January 1st in the evening. We are using the high temperature of the day. So that is that. Let's continue on the floor here. I did just talk about these, but this is the combination that I'm using for my half and half triangles wrap by Pearl Soho. I am super excited about casting this on though too. It's just too much. This yarn I'm using for the Willow Branch sweater by Tiffany Lynn. And then this I'm going to use for the Haw Creek pullover by Andrea Gahn. It's in testing right now, so hopefully it'll be out. I mean, she hasn't even said, but I'm just assuming it'll be out in like April. So that's for all of that. Continuing on the floor, over here in all of these bags are the jumbo blanket yarn that I bought for my son, who I'm sure you have heard ad nauseum wants a rainbow blanket. And I have tried a lot of times, and anyway, whatever. This is that. And again, at Christmas time, he again reminded me that I have not made him this blanket. So this really needs to be a priority also. Continuing on the floor over here, I'm not going to open these up, but in these 2 Joann's bags are skeins to make 2 more Bradley blankets. Continuing over here, these were all purchased with the intention of making hats to sell at a craft fair or, you know, craft show, whatever, holiday market, this season that we just finished. So obviously that did not work out at all. These right here, these greens, and then these two are meant for the, hold on, what is it called? Let me grab my notebook here. These are meant for the sheep camp sweater, which came out, I think, earlier last year. It's a super popular pattern. And they're both wool of Andes. Why is none of this focusing? Wool of Andes. I don't, it's a color work in the yoke sweater, and I'm not sure if this green is enough contrast with this green. So I am a little worried that that might not work out, but at least it'll be in the yoke, so I'll be able to find out pretty soon if it doesn't. These two rows are for my subscription of Good Yarn Company or whatever it's called. And then this over here, this is more wool of Andes. This is colorway Onyx Heather. These are for the men's classic raglan. It's the Jane Richmond pattern. I've talked about it a lot, and I've knitted twice. These were for my husband, who I initially was purchasing the yarn for, and he again has had to wait, and he is amazing and patient, and that really needs to be a priority as well. These were the yarns that I originally bought for my son's rainbow blanket that I did not like anymore. Up here is Comfy Fingering in the colorway Honey. This is a Knit Picks yarn. This is for the Wool and Honey, which is a sweater by Andrea Mowry. This right here is Re-Up recycled cotton polyester blend. It's a Lion brand yarn in the colorway Pomegranate. This had the intention, or still has the intention, for the retro button top. It's a cute tank top with some buttons on the front, as you probably could guess. This is Touch of Linen in the colorway Peacock. Is that coming in? This is intended for, I'm just looking at my list here. It's called the Snakes and Ladders tank. So that's what that's intended for. That's just extra yarn right there. This is Respect recycled polyester blend from Lion brand in the colorway Mesa. And this intention is for the Outline Raglan, which is a Jessie made pattern. This Comfy Cotton, I love this so much, is in the color Mocha, I believe. Oh, Macchiato. It's just a really pretty brown. Intentions for this are the Tolsta Tea by the Crayabea. So that is that. Well, there's a little picture of my mom who passed away. Aww. And then these are flowers from her funeral. I really need to get rid of them. They're super dried out, obviously. So then coming over here to my yarn wall. Oh boy, right? Excuse me. These two colors, these are Pearl Soho Linen Quill. These two colors are meant for the I'm not going to say it right. The Miss Serena, a Caitlin Hunter pattern. It's like a tee, like a short sleeve shirt. These two colors, also Linen Quill, are meant for the, oh, I always have trouble saying this one too, Helianthus. It's a sleeveless striped top by Andrea Gaughan. Let's see here. This beautiful green is by Nanette Wake Studio. I really like her yarn a lot. She's a great dyer. It's called Olive Drab, and this is intended to go in the ballerina wrap top, which is a really pretty wrap short sleeve pattern by Two of Wands. This is all just extra yarn that I had bought with intentions that now is not going anywhere. There's some sock yarn, there's some bulky weight yarn for hats, all the things. Let's see here. This Color Theory yarn is, what colorway is this? And colorway is Caper, And this is going to be a ginger wrap, which is a 2 of Wands pattern. Let's see here. This is a mystery bundle that I bought from Yarnaceous Fiber, and it is intended to be a blurry cowl, which is a Hohi pattern. And then this pretty yarn here is Hawthorn Kettle dye in the color Compass, and this is going to be a Salty Air Tea by Samantha Gerwin. Is that her name? That might not be her last name. This right here is another Hawthorn. It's called Skyline, and this is going to be a Tegna. Did I say that right? Tegna. Tegna T. It's another short sleeve shirt. Okay, and then let's go up here. That greenish color right there in the middle, that is Stroll in the colorway Eucalyptus, which is a Knit Picks. That is going to be the Cozy Classic Light, which is a raglan pattern by Jessie Made. That like brownish color, beige Kotlin, is intended to be the Feldspar tee. That Snuggle Puff and that cute little navy, I bought it and I didn't write down what it was for. So I have 3 balls of that. Yikes. Not sure what that's going to be. That pinkish up there, that's more for my outline tee by Jessie Made. That's just my extra. These 2 sets of grays right here, which are more Wool of the Andes, those are going to be the gray space sweater, which is like a, is it a mock neck? It's a sweater by Tiff Nealon. I'm really excited to make that one too. Maybe I'll make that one next. I'm not really sure. And then those big bulky guys up there, there's like 8 or 9 of them. Those are intended to be the Rocky Mountain Sampler, which is a blanket by Mama in a Stitch. This like purpley burgundy yarn right there, that is intended to be a blanket called Love Me. And then the blue or the white, I'm not sure which, are going to be the Alpenhaus blanket by Mama in a Stitch again. So those are those. So lots of blankets to be made. Okay, so now we're going to go over here. These are the blocking mats I use. They're just foam, like workout mats. I got them at Sam's Club. So I use those. And these 2 buckets here are an obscene amount of super bulky yarn that I bought to make some like squishies or plushies, whatever they're called. I made a hippo for a friend for Christmas, and apparently I feel now like I can rule the world of squishies. I don't know what I'm doing. So I got all that. This yarn, I'm super excited to use this yarn. This is Premier brand Serenity chunky yarn, and it's in the colorway Eclipse, and I just love all those little speckles. I used this yarn in another project, another sweater actually, and I'm super excited to use that. This is going to be the Wednesday sweater by Petite Knits. Well, that's the intention anyway. It should be. Packed in here, so this is a ton of my sock yarn, is another re-up recycled cotton blend or polyester blend. This intention is going to be the Corin sweater cardigan, I'm sorry, by the Crea Bea. So I just wanted a nice little neutral cardigan, and I should get on that because that'll actually be really nice for spring. We'll see. So that's that. Let's see, down here is I think the last of it. This beautiful pack of yarn I purchased when I first started knitting and didn't understand how knitting worked really. Is intended to be the sister, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, shawl. So I bought the kit from Farmer's Daughter Fibers, and I had no idea that kits didn't come. I thought all kits came with patterns. Little did I know that you had to buy, oh my god, what a saga this was. You had to buy the Pom Pom magazine, and by the time I realized that this was all sold out, and it was a mess, and it was just a mess. I didn't know. I didn't read the fine print, I guess. It's just a mess. Anyway, So that is going to be that at some point, but it's pretty, I mean, I definitely think at this point of my knitting like journey, I could handle something like this, but it's going to have to really be like, my mind's going to have to be in it. So, but I mean, how beautiful is that? The colorway is amazing. It's just, it's great. It's so pretty. So we'll see. That will have its time. That will have its time. And then in here is another kit that I bought from Lion Brand. And this is to make the Morning Star Cowl by Candace English. I just thought that was a really beautiful pattern. I bought these both at the same time before I knew really anything about knitting. And then also in here is, this is some stuff that I had bought to try to spin, because apparently I thought that it was a good idea to get into something else. Haven't even touched it. Haven't even opened it. Just look at it. Oh, and then I forgot about another project. Let's shove that here too. Okay. So these should be the last two. These, these are both kits that I bought from the Crafty Jackalope. Is that right? Is that her name? And these are just intended to be a shawl, but it's so pretty. Let's see if I can pull it all out here. One-handed. So it's this, and then you do this Stellaris sparkle through it, and it's for the, I think it's called Sha-La-La, if I remember correctly. I just looked at it. Yes, the Sha-La-La. So it's gonna look like that. And it's like, oh my god, it's just so cozy. I've never worked with super kid mohair silk. I've never worked with mohair or silk. So I just was super excited about that. So that's that. And then this I completely forgot to even, it's not even in my notebook, because I thought that it was something else. So this is to make a hat, which I actually should do right now, huh? The Magpie Darling hat. And it is super fun. I mean, how fun is that? You see those sparkles? So this is the Crafty Jackalope is known for like her, she calls it, what is it? A bling bar. A bling bar. The grocery girls talk about it all the time. So I was super excited about that. And I really love like camel colored things. So, I have to add this. I have to add this to my list. Okay. So if you were keeping tally, which I pray you weren't, but, I have to add this hat, but I have 34 patterns that I have yarn for, on top of 15 whips. So, yeah. So that is that. I have quite a year laid out before me. I am not unrealistic. I know that these will not all be done, and I will have to pick and choose. But I would like to stay ahead of the seasons, meaning not knitting summer garments in summer, but you know, like maybe in the spring, so that I have them for the summer, or I don't know, however it's going to work out. Or I'm going to do a wrap up at the end of 2024 and say all hell broke loose and I didn't do anything. We'll find out. But any which way, I appreciate you being here for my journey, and let's do this.